Welcome back to another episode of Day Sports again here with my brother Tom. How you going, mate?
Good, bros. How you been?
Yeah, good. Back's a little bit fucking sore not having a seat. Very keen to have a permanent setup, but we move forward. It was another week.
It's been me from the get-go, just sitting on a stool pretty much with my back just...
So you got a wall to land on. For those who are only listening to this in the audio format, there's very few of you, but shout out if you are. I've got no back support, no lumbar support, and Tom has a wall. So eventually, Day Studios, hopefully he's going to have some chairs around it one day. Dream would be actually we're in the same room, would make recording a whole lot fucking easier. But
yeah, it'd make it a fuckload easier, but beggars can't be choosers around here.
Yeah, as they say, you can only work with the tools that you've got. Quickly into bets because there's not much to talk about there. Mine went absolutely terrible, Tom. So what did I have? I had Jacob Kiraz, so he did not in fact score the game-winning try against the Panthers. And then I had a nice little Gutho Lomax. Lomax got over. Gutho got the ball, draw and pass, pretty much only had to get over the line, somehow didn't make it, pass, somebody else scores in the corner. So I felt like I got absolutely robbed there. I believe yours also would have gone up and smoked, Tom. Did anything hit at yours? I can't say
Storm hit, Raiders hit, Xavier Coates did not hit somehow.
Bunnies definitely did not hit.
Bunnies definitely didn't hit. Here's me after getting a nice little text message, I think it was on Friday night, of Tab has deposited a $50 bonus bet into your account. I was like, oh, South in your mouth, let's go. Fucking jumped on it. Yeah, I put it on South. What did I have? I put 2 on. I put 25 of it on South head to head, and then put the other 25 on Broncos to win. Katoni Staggs to score anytime. Tuapolotu anytime, and then South. So when Tuapolotu got scratched, I was like, no!
Yeah, that
motherfuckers. I thought, as soon as... Probably because it's a bonus bet.
Yeah, they'll take that one back.
Yeah, as soon as it's void.
For me, yeah. I don't know what got in my head, where this narrative come from. I made the easiest donation of all time. I think it was only $10, but $10 on horse bar to go over any time. When is that ever a fucking good idea? I don't know. I might as well just throw money straight down the drain. But we'll get into it.
But imagine if you're on Big Papa, the fucking Big Papa lead, the week he scores 2.
For 2.
If you had him down for 2, Jesus, you would have been rolling in it like a pig.
Was he the last try scorer of that game? I think he was.
I feel like he was.
Could you imagine having him down for last? That would have paid for your house deposit right there.
Yeah.
Followed up by converting his own try. But we'll quickly roll over the games of round 17. I think I got 6 fades, so it wasn't the worst tipping round of all time, but a couple of teams did leave me hanging there. I forgot, it was the Friday, wasn't it? Or a Thursday this game? It was a Thursday game.
Yeah.
Thursday scary as a...
I was tossing and turning on this so much for so long. And I said to you, I was like, I think we went at the start of last week, you were like, 6-pack? When I was nearly leaning into Penrith. But my theory was that in our tipping comp that nearly every other person would have tipped the Doggies anyway. So I was like, fuck, I won't tip Penrith in case I do lose after climbing the ladder. Tip the Doggies, and that dickhead you work with who's fucking doesn't watch footy at all.
I don't even work with him either, but sure.
How do you know him?
Futsal.
Oh, well, there you go. Your mate from futsal. Perfect round. Tips the fucking Panthers. And I think he might have been pretty close on the margin as well. I was like, are you fucking serious? But anyway, it is what it is.
He was absolutely bragging and chatting shit about that too. It's like doing that, snagging one of those at the start, but he's maintained these crystal ball antics. But yeah, so Penrith obviously... They went 8-6 over the Dogs. This one was just a real nail biter. I only caught the last 5 minutes of it, not going to lie. I don't even know what I was doing. I was busy. Literally flicked on the last 5 minutes. When I opened up my phone, I opened up KO, if you want to swing us some KO money. Dilly Edwards taking a shot at goal. The commentators curse struck him down something chronic. They're just like, oh, they probably don't really practice too many from this one. It's only 25 metres out, like pretty much in front, bang, hits post, comes back down. And
what game are you talking about?
Penrith versus Dogs. Yeah.
You said Dylan Edwards. Oh, Dylan Edwards, bro. I thought Dylan Brown in the fucking head.
Get on the punter, though. Hits post, comes back down. Doggies march it up forward. Stephen Crichton taking it on the last run. I was like, I thought he was going to get it over. Like, I thought he was going to tap that ball on, flick it on, and get over. It was so close. So the 5 minutes I watched, real nail biter. The old boy was texting in. I think a lot of people are saying it's probably one of the best games of the year.
That was probably game of the year, I reckon. Yeah.
There you go. See, I really thought Critter was going to get it home, but yeah, no good there.
Don't know why he didn't have a crack at the 2 points, though. I feel like that was the dumbest play in the world. Like, you're down by 2. You literally got a set shot to try and get 2 back on the board.
Yeah.
Like, you're obviously much greater odds at fucking kicking 2 points than what you are scoring a try. So...
especially in such a tight game like that. It's not like a game where there's big points just coming left, right, and centre. But that was. I don't think I could tip a Thursday night to save my life. Next one though, Manly, they actually win a game. So this one I was a little bit worried about, but they managed to get it done 28-10. Pretty cruisy win playing the Tigers. Pretty much to be expected. Oh, never, not with the Manly.
Gosh, it wasn't a convincing win, especially after what was it? No Luai playing. Then Appy got fucking KO'd early on as well, so they were down like 2 halves like that. Still not too keen on Manly after that performance because it wasn't very fucking convincing. So
yeah, no, the score definitely does not kind of portray the type of game that it was.
No.
But
nonetheless, they got the job done.
They get it done. And then the next game, this one, actually had me worried there for a second. Raiders, they get it done, but not convincingly over the Knights, 22-18. This is way closer than I ever would have expected this one to be.
I
feel like they just kind of coast their way through it, though.
Yeah, I never had the Knights anywhere near having a sniff at this game, but my God, I was that worried after talking copious amounts of shit about the Knights.
Shit. Yeah, I'm watching Hastings and Cogger run around out there, and I'm just hearing the words that you're going to fucking see what happens for putting those two in. I'm like, this is going to end pretty bad.
Delete account, burn socials, get me out of here.
Move countries, start again.
Yeah. But, the Knights are still so far off the mark, and I think, Canberra probably just coasted a little bit too much.
Yeah, well, and then on top of that, you got KP going down. It was initially thought to be like a Liz Frank thing. He posted something where he's like, thank the rugby league gods. I think the NRL physio was like, it could actually just be like a really bad sprain or something like that instead of a full-blown like fracture. So he'd be back before the end of the season, but still, even then, you've lost Fletcher Hunt, now Ponga, your halves are in shambles, the world's ending at Newcastle, the fans are booing you, kick them out of the comp. So
I don't know how there hasn't been massive talks about Adam O'Brien getting the sack from Newcastle yet.
This is other stuff in the media, bloody. There's always something. But yeah, Raiders get it done. Jetty Stewart scores again. Prolific try scorer. Broncos, though, touched up the fucking Waz. 26-12. It felt good.
Bronx in your mouth.
If we can do the holy trinity of Sharks, the Waz into the Doggies again, have me feeling some way. Into the fucking storm.
Can't lie, I'm not too fucking confident about this weekend.
Well, we'll get into that. But actually, I've got a thing about this weekend that's going to be, everything's going to be fine. That's all I've got to say. But the Waz, those mad videos of them filling up Caxton Street, walking around. It's like, I love to see it. I do like the Waz, but, and I'll fucking argue this till the cows come home, your fans turn up once every 2 seasons.
Yeah, where were you last year?
Where the fuck were you
after a few rounds when you fucking were collapsing, capitulating after up the wires the previous year.
Yeah, those up the wires chants got awfully quiet last year. So good for them showing up. Obviously, it basically was a home game for them, but huge win for the Broncos. Like, yes, the Wars lost some players, but they got it all. Like, they did all the damage in the first half, essentially. Like, what Stags was crossing up. You know, things are going well when Stags is crossing over in the first, 3 minutes of the game. That really sets the tone for how things are going to go. Yeah, huge injuries, though, because I think Chance Nickel-Klokstad, he's got an MCL, I believe. So he's out for 4 or 5 or so weeks. And then what initially was such a beautiful hit, big Brendy Piakora just fucking flatlining Lukey Metcalf, and then it's turned out knee injury, and then it was the worst pretty much thing that could happen, obviously, with the ACL and gone for the season. So,
which
kind of bittersweet
sucks.
then.
It sucks for the Warriors, especially. I feel for all those fans, especially them having a genuine good crack. Good crack at it again this year. That they were definitely. They kept a fit. I'm not saying that they can't, but keeping a fit team in the way Luke Metcalf's been playing, they're probably going to have a good fucking crack at it this year. Which you'd think that's going to put a big damper on it now, but
yeah,
you never know. I guess we'll see. Tamari Martin, obviously, just slot straight in.
Yeah, he's good. You got
fucking handy as well. So.
Yeah, and then I guess, I don't know if Tuapicki's injured or not, but if he's not injured, there's your fullback, or you got Roger, whoever you want to kind of put there.
I feel like Roger will probably go to 1.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, it does suck. Walshy, again, I thought he played really well. They've been utilising him so much more since coming back from his injury. His hands are on everything, and I feel like it just opens up our attack because they're worried about so much shit going on instead of just the same sweeping play.
I think his biggest, one of the biggest issues I've seen talking about was probably why he was pushing all those passes and fucking up a lot of stuff was I think he might have been a bit scared to take the ball to the line after getting his head taken off by Suali. But he's run the ball so much, taking the line on, so he's getting a lot of confidence back. So I think that is just fucking panic signs to any defense out there, any opposition, because when he's run the ball confidently, it's danger, danger, danger.
Oh, yeah. Now, we just got Strike coming across the whole field. You got Stags on one side, obviously Reno floating around. You got Ezra there.
Shibasaki!
Yeah, who's our real strike weapon? We'll get to him. We're going to get to him. Oh, I'm so excited for that. But yeah, really good. Quietly, Billy Walters having a fucking time out coming off the bench.
Who wasn't having a time? Corey Pakes. He was throwing balls.
Oh, yeah, over shoulders
to fucking 2 meters behind a player. Geez, he had a doozy. But anyway, onwards.
I know we are just circle jerking the Broncos, but look, we are diehard Broncos fans. It is going to happen every single week, basically. But, we take the good with the bad. When they play bad, we kind of give them a little bit of a licking as well. Speaking, last little thing, though, Xavier Willinson. What the fuck did they feed him before that game? He had an exceptional game. Was an absolute monster. I think Payne's dealing with some niggling injuries, and obviously the boys leading up to Origin or after Origin, and fucking Xavier's let me fucking rip, and he got right into them.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Oh fuck, it'd be nice if we're able to give Payne a fucking week, because I think.
Give the man a holiday, Jesus.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice if they were able to, because who do we play? We play
Titans after Origin.
Doggies. See, even then, it'd be nice if they were able to give him a rest fucking against the Titans, and then, because I think we roll...
team to rest him on, it's going to be the fucking Titans.
Yeah, but you won't trust to lose that match, because I believe we have the bye, the week after that. If they were game enough to, especially if we can get another win, chalk up another win this week, and they're game enough to rest him against the Titans, give him 2 weeks off would be massive at this time.
It would be good. But even then, after Origin, I guess he's obviously going to have a huge Origin, but could you run him out? I guess we'll talk about it a little bit further on, but could you run him out for 20 minutes even, just go fucking rip him, big boy, and then just take him off, you know what I mean? Just give him a big spell, don't know. But ideally, I reckon just rest him for the entire time, but you don't want to risk anything.
Yeah, but the way that we've had a couple of decent wins has been by piling points on early. So if we do manage to go out there against the Titans and put a few on early, get it to a few, say, for example, against the Dogs, we're up by 20 after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
if something similar to that was able to happen, then 100% rip him off, put him on ice, and only pull him back on like if there's an injury or something like that.
Yeah, something goes fucking shit.
But we're not coaches. Up to Madge.
Smash through these last ones so we can get into a bit of Origin talk and obviously into our predictions for round 18. Dragons, they get it done at Woo Woo Win Stadium. Never in doubt, 34-20. When I was checking the scores on this one, I was like, please don't shit the bed on this one. Like I said at the start, I got absolutely robbed of a Gutho try there. I feel like he should have got over for sure. But yeah, I guess it is to be expected at Woo Woo Win. Finns, though, they've got a real thing of ending team's season this year, getting it done 50-28 over the Rabbits.
Is that like 3 on the trot, 50 points?
Oh, no, well, they had a loss in between, but geez, that's like 150 points over the last 2 weeks. It's just like, this is ridiculous.
I want to see what their fucking win-loss margin is at the moment. Like
their for and against, it would be demonic. Don't let them anywhere near the top anything.
Whoa. Storm have got the best for and against in the comp, actually.
That doesn't surprise me. Well, Dolphins at 162, and then but still, even being close in 8th though is pretty spectacular. But yeah, they just got it done. Absolute dominance. I think with Lukey Metcalf being cut out for the rest of the season, I think it's just about. Well, actually, you say that Teddy's always a bit sneaky around Dally M, but I think Isaiah Katoa surely is just going to be cruising, I reckon, all the way home with this one. Like, he had something like 6 try assists. I can imagine he would have picked up a heap of points. Hammer scored 4 tries, so I suppose he may have stole a couple, but I reckon it's almost a one-horse race at this stage.
Katoa.
And he's in the New South Wales squad, I think, as well.
He's only in there as like a training.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking partner, so like extended squad sort of thing. Like,
yeah.
Then there's a 20-man squad, and then there's like another 6 that they've brought in. So
the outs.
He'll play this weekend if they're playing. I'm not sure if they are.
They got the bye, I believe.
Oh, well, there you go. But fuck, what else was about to touch on?
Paps.
I'm just trying. Yeah, I'm like Paps probably could be polling a few this season as well. He's had a couple of big games and put a fair few points on, but of course, Major Payne, he'll be polling highly yet again. Win his Ford of the Year trophy yet again.
Yet again. Yeah, I think he probably is going to win that until the day he decides to hang the boots up. As long as he doesn't do a Jason Tamalolo and just fall off a cliff. Storm beat the fucking losers 30-6. Easy watch. Absolute performance by the Storm. It was never going to go any other way. Pretty much as predicted. I do feel pretty bad for somebody getting shot down by a sniper, though. That looks so painful. He's out for a significant amount of time. Like, it's a grade 3, like, hamstring tear, I believe I saw, or something like that. Like, whatever it is, not good. I
wonder what Cody Nicodemus is, because he got fucking sniped big time as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Melbourne would never lose in Melbourne, let's be honest. But I think it's also starting to show that Nicodemus is only 31. Wow. Thought he was a shitload older. There you go. Nicodemus sidelined for 6 weeks. I don't know what grade. Not sure. But, anyway, 6 weeks. So, I think it's also starting to show a little bit that the Sharkies might not be contenders and maybe a little bit pretenders.
It's almost like I've been banging on about it the whole year. But no, pretty much to be expected there. And then the last one was just literally the battle of the sinking boats, the leaky boats, if anything. You got Titans losing to the Cowboys 30-24. This one was just points leaking everywhere. Who's going to come out on top? It was a bit of who's going to sink my battleship about it. But yeah, just letting so much through. Not really much to add to this one, to be completely honest with you.
Nah, and you would have thought the Cows were going to get this done pretty comfortably, but they definitely made it look a lot harder than what it probably could have and should have been.
Yeah.
But they're another team I think you can probably just put a line through for the season. Their defense is not up to scratch. They leak points like a fucking rusty boat. And
they're terrible.
And their attack is just like so hit and miss. So as much as I love the Cows, I don't think much is happening for them this season. But just looking at the Dolphins casualty ward, like This is just coming back next year. Like they got Daniel Saifidi, Tom Gilbert, Max Plath, Jack Bostock, and maybe Tom Flegler. Plus then Cobbo goes there. Like,
yeah.
I might really put a little sneaky top 4 Dolphins bet on for next year.
Oh, that could be brave. They could just go further off a cliff. But yeah, right, there are a lot of hectic. There's a lot of good players in there, but their depth is just going to start getting destroyed at this stage. Like, it's just becoming an absolute problem town for them. But we jump in to a little bit of a state of origin chat now. Teams have been announced. I think it was, New South Wales Sunday, Queensland on the Monday, New South Wales.
Even though Queensland's got leaked, like...
Oh, yeah,
Sunday
Friday.
night as well.
Exactly. New South Wales, they haven't changed anything. Same old, pretty much moving into game 3 down there in New South Wales. Queensland selections, though, spicy. There's one man.
It's a bit happening.
One man that just comes to mind straight away. I reckon they should all try to grow Goatees before that game, see if they can actually... I'd love to see Tino go out with the mullet Goatee combo. That'd be fucking magnificent.
Mullet and Goatee combo.
That's unstoppable.
He's going to New South Wales to play fucking Origin on the Wednesday. Got a flight from fucking Sydney to Rockhampton on the Thursday to go to Rocky Nats.
It'll be
dose a few fucking dummy Commodores up there.
But that on whose cards did we see Shiba getting pulled into the Origin squad? Like, I think it's the first time. I forgot where I saw it, but it is the first time in like a ridiculous amount of years that a fucking pretty much non-contracted player is being pulled into the Origin team. And I saw some article as well, basically giving raps to Paddy Carrigan about it. So apparently, I think it was last season, maybe season before, they went up there to play a game against the Cowboys, and he was just playing kind of like local footy. To an extent, like working and playing or whatever. Cue card, yeah, well, like footy, you know what I mean? And Paddy was like, bruh, like, and I bet you would have said, bruh, come. He would have said, bruh, come have like one more crack at it. Like, you can crash at my place if you need to, like, you know, have a go. And obviously he has, and fuck, has it worked out for him. So pretty much, I think, if we win this series, we might need to get a Goatee anyway, just for shits and gigs.
I'm going to Goatee tattoo.
But if he scores the winning try, I'm getting a chest tat.
You say chest tat.
Chest tat, right in. Big
Shibasaki.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, you're never doing that, so shut up.
Nah, fuck no. I'm not getting any more tattoos.
But if the Broncos win the grand final and he scores, I'll get... Well, for one, if Broncos win the grand final, I'll get a Broncos tattoo. For two... If Broncos win the grand final and he scores, I'll get a Goatee tattooed on my leg.
Yeah, I'll hold you to that over that.
Yeah, clip that up.
Mark this one. Yeah, beauty.
I'll pay for the Broncos tattoo. If he scores, you've got to pay for the Goatee then.
I'll pay for the Goatee. Okay, that's all right. Maybe we'll get his signature as well and slap it on there.
Yeah,
Queensland, though, obviously no Ponga, so we've got Hammer moving to fullback. I think that was pretty much to be expected. I think that's pretty much a good choice. People are like, why don't we have Reece Walsh in there? Reece is obviously the 18th man at this stage. I think Hammer's probably a better option at the moment.
I think especially Reece coming back, like he's obviously still carrying the injury, and then going into such a fast physical game, probably not the best thing in the world for it. Hammer's been there for the first 2 games. He's fucking safe as houses under a high ball, gun fullback, like can't ask for too much more. Had an absolute beautiful performance to lead up in his 100th game to this, scoring 4 tries. So yeah,
is that his 100th?
Pretty sure that's his 100th game.
Or is it his 100th this... No, it can't be this week. Yeah, it must have been his 100th. Yeah, fuck, that's one way to do it. But yeah, like you said, pretty safe there. I selfishly as well just don't want Reece getting hurt, whether it's Liam Martin trying to fucking decapitate him or anything like that. Gus, just stay away from him, ideally. And then obviously the knee injury type of thing.
Stop talking in their ears to select Renos at the halfback as well.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just leave the Broncos boys alone. But yeah, Sheba just massive in, so congratulations there. Tom will have a Goatee tattoo on him by some point. But speaking of which, go on. I think you're about to say what I was about to say.
Big Papa.
Ooh, yeah. Fucking, that's another one. Fucking, no one would have seen that coming. Everyone would have thought Corey Horsburgh for sure. But the way Big Papa has been performing for the milk, I don't hate it whatsoever. Big enforcer coming in there. A man that can do a job. He's starting, I think, as well, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he's starting.
Oh, yes. Big
massive.
Puppy.
Hey, two big mullets up front. Don't you love the fucking set? Tino.
It's written in the stars, that.
It's huge. So I'm awfully excited to see him roll out again in the Queensland jersey after a couple of years off. So, yeah, I think we're going to fucking take it to New South.
I was going to
Big
say,
time.
like, a lot of talk, obviously, around the second one. Pretty much everyone wrote us off. I felt good about the second game, but I feel even better rolling into this third game. Just especially, like you said, you got two mullets up front, the 1-2 punch. It just doesn't get any more fuck around and find out than that.
Tino get named front row, pretty sure.
He should be. I'll have a quick look-see.
Onto it now.
Nah, because, yeah, Trent Lario is the 13. Oh. Yeah, so Tino absolutely will be the other. I love how Big Papa's just in his milk uniform on the website. But yeah, Tino's at 10. Yeah.
Papalee.
I love a big Curdy Capewell being in there. Kurt Mann keeping his position. I'm just liking it. I feel like we actually got the rotation, which was confusing at first, but I feel like the rotation. I like Lindsay Collins' new job. It seems to be just enforcer, come out and smash motherfuckers. So if he keeps that up, I'm happy with him after last game.
No. I'm still not sold on Trent Liero in there though. So he's got a bit to prove to me. Don't get me wrong, great player and all this. But I think there's still a bit to prove there. Kurt Mann was a dog in his fucking debut. Love that. Yeah,
that's nice. And then the extended, well, the reserve, sorry, we got Reesey there in 18th, so I guess anyone on the back line kind of goes down. Happy days. Massive shout-outs to but yeah, great to see him back in there. Obviously had some injuries and whatever else that kind of kept him out of it last year. Good to be around the squad. This one kind of caught me off guard completely, though. Josh Kerr was not on my bingo sheet whatsoever to be in that team.
Gosh,
but look, they need him in the camp, perhaps, I don't know, but can't complain.
Yeah, can't complain. I reckon we're going to take it to the Blues, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll get into it heavy next week. So a little Origin spesh. Now, round 18, we're going to quickly get through our tips and predictions for this one. So this was from Friday night football. We got Bulldogs versus the Broncos. Couple of troops coming back into this one. Cobbo after being in Rosies for the last couple of weeks, and I almost forgot he played for us. Dean Mariner, it's been rolled back out of the team. It's been a while. We seem to have lost Dean.
Literally my favourite player on this earth. Now second to Shibasaki. It's fucking mint to see Dean Mariner back. Definitely one of my favourite players, but I don't like him and Jesse Arthurs teamed up together on one side.
Yeah, it is a little bit concerning, not going to lie. But I think
beggars can't be choosers. A couple of good additions. Like Selwyn's a good addition. I feel like our substitutes are better than the Doggies.
I agree. Like I was going to say, like, yes, we've got a few outs and whatever else, but I still think we do have enough players to actually get us over the line against the Doggies. The Doggies. It's a good opportunity. It's a good opportunity, obviously, for the young bucks to kind of come back in. I think Cobbo, it's going to go obviously one or two ways, but I dare say he's going to absolutely catch fire and put on a show.
I reckon it sucks that like in our comp buy rounds we don't play because I'd be like half tempted to put him in my flex this week. I reckon he'll actually catch fire and have a fucking world. It's like literally going to be one of two things.
He's dropping balls at the back, or he's fucking one hand catching
40-20. Letting 40-20s go, dropping balls like no tomorrow, or he's going to have an absolute worldie of a game.
No, he's playing backyard footy and he's going to absolutely light it on fire. Missing Walsh is a bit of a stitch up. Thanks for that, Billy. Picking him as 18th man is just annoying, to be completely honest with you, but it is what it is. But I reckon we got a little secret weapon. As far as I'm aware, this game is at a core stadium, and looking at the forecast, Tom, I believe it's getting pretty wet and wild down there in New South Wales. And what has history told us, Tom, when playing the Bulldogs in the wet Queensland teams? What happens to this prestigious team? They lose their way. They fall to bits. So that has almost made me want to go 13 plus. I am just going to go 1 to 12. I do think Karapani is again going to cross over the line because he's got a hot hand and you don't stop a man while he's doing it.
Yeah, That just reminds me of that scene out of The Hangover where he's like giving him the rules before he leaves Vegas, and he's like, "Whatever you do not leave the table when the man's on the heater." So
Pretty much is where we're at.
Carapani's been scoring. I'm going to keep on backing him. So yeah, that'll probably be my bet the Vegas, but I bet this week will actually just be Broncos head to head because $2.56 juicy.
It's pretty juicy. Speaking of Jesse Arthurs, actually, like I heard Beak talking about him being like, I'm not sure if he's injured or what's going on there, or he's been a bit quiet, obviously, since changing wings. But I'd feel a little bit shafted if I was him. He was well and truly on the track to be like the highest try scorer this year. Yeah. They've just gone no, swapped him over.
Swap wings.
And then, what's that? Carapani's just absolutely milking tries for fun.
Carapani's had like 6 in 3 games. Great.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, sick, boys. But yeah, Broncos, we get it done. Very keen for this one. I'm sure the doggies are going to be well and truly up for it. Jacob Preston and kick-ons if you can just stay away from Renault. Thanks. Next one, Milk versus the Doggles. This one, I reckon there should be a pretty relative walk in the park for the Milk. They're really not missing too many at all. Big Papa's out. I think everyone else, all troops are on deck. Dragons, they're missing, Val Holmes. So, yeah, they're not kicking any goals, that's for sure. But, yeah, I reckon they're just going to be way too good at home. Too many good players. I reckon they're definitely going to turn up in front of their home crowd. I'm going to go Milk 13 plus with Sebi Chris. I reckon he's going to cross over.
Yeah, I like a 13 plus as well. I feel like someone rogue will score here easily in this game.
When in doubt, back Hoskin.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was just about to say ATS, Zach Hoskin. Thanks for coming.
Back rowers in the Milk just know how to cross the line. Next one, we got Cows.
Who might have a little... He's obviously going to have a stint in the last 15 like he does every week. And he's fucking crafty. No, Owen Paddy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You watch that little fucker score. I reckon he'll get over. But, yeah, give me Zach Hoskin.
Yeah. Cows versus the Storm up in the far north of Queensland. Oh, a leaky team versus a team that likes to pump them. I think fucking Cowboys are in for an absolute bath by the Storm. Yes, they've got a few players out, but I don't think that's going to stop them at all. 13 plus easily on this one. I think Storm are going to... We could be very well looking at like a 70-point game, I reckon. I think it's going to be looking very, very bad for the Milk. Not for the Milk, for the Cowboys. I think, what are their halves combinations too? They got Duffy, who got absolutely punted. He got punted after like the second game of the fucking of the year. So yeah, I can't imagine that going too well. And their Origin stars being out again. Yes, there's a couple. Joe Chan's in centre for Storm. Didn't think he could actually play that. That's an interesting inclusion. No money, man. But what's that? You got dummy Wishart going in there, who's probably just going to quadruple pump and cross over. That's almost a lock. Like Wishart, dummy try.
Wishy playing in the halves. Like I feel like you're not wrong. Nearly a lock. Like Wishy, Tyron sells candy for a living. Wishart, he goes over anytime, most likely. That's nearly like you said, nearly a lock.
I like Hughes for this. I like Paps for this. We've established Wishy's guaranteed to go over. Have we got
Nelly from Welly in the 13? Love that.
That's hot. Actually, that big fella's just going to crash over. Literally, you could put the majority of the team down. I think they're going to score because I believe the Cows historically. Yeah, historically, I think play fucking terribly against Craig. So enjoy that. And yeah, Paps anytime for me. Who you got? Go Big Welly. Big Nelly from Welly.
Nelly from Welly. I will have Kane Bradley.
I don't hate it. just feels weird to hear Melbourne Storm and not Xavier Coates at the same time coming out of your mouth.
Got a 5 jersey. I need to find someone there.
I'll slot him in. Second last one, Roosters versus Tigers.
Actually, I'm going against what I just said. Give me a Wishy. Tyron Wishart.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. This is just giving me a lot of ideas for multis later on, actually.
No way is that dude... Oh, he's a year older than me. Because I was like, it says 25. I'm like, no way, this cunt's the same age as me.
All right, second last, Roosters versus Tigers. Roosters get this done. I think they get this done easy. Tigers have just they've fallen off the cliff and then some. I think they've racked up 6 losses in a row. So back to the 3-time wooden spoon type of performances going on from them. I just don't see it going well for them. Yes, Roosters, they've got a couple players out, but they've still got so many dominant players in there. You got Teddy just running a Marky Mark doing things. Hugo Savala having a hell of a season. So yeah, I think that's going to be easy. I reckon 1-12 though for the Roosters. I think it'll be comfortable, but I don't think it's going to be an absolute thrash. And Marky Mark, I reckon he's going to hop, jump, skip, whatever the fuck he wants to do over the line.
Gosh, I tell you what, if there was a Coruscant in there, I reckon I'd nearly tip the Tigers.
Yeah, no Appy's huge out.
Yeah, no Appy, no
Luai.
No Luai. No Dream Bula.
No De Silva.
Give me the Chookies. But yeah, I think that's a bit keen getting rid of, releasing him at this time of the season.
Yeah, they probably needed him, but they're probably going down straight down to the bottom of the line. Get rid of him.
Yeah, I don't know about letting him go this time of season. But yeah, anyway, Chookies 1-12 comfortably.
Easy, and then we roll on to the last game. This one gives me the most head noise out of all the games in this entire round. We've got Manly at home versus the Rabbitohs. You got the Rabbitohs coming off getting 50 in their season ended. Couple of big outs for them. All hands on deck pretty much from Manly. Watch Manly fuck this one up. I've no confidence or no faith at all.
Half thinking they're going to fuck this up.
If there's a time for them to absolutely shit the bed, it's going to be coming up against a Wayne Bennett team that had 50 put on them the week before.
Teams that get 50 put on them so far this season seem to have an awfully good bounce back the next week.
Which way are you leaning then?
I'm going the fucking Bunnies.
Oh, he's doubling down. Bunnies 2 weeks in a row.
I'm going to double down. Bunnies 2 weeks in a row.
TAB, give him another bonus bet.
They could get thumped by 52 weeks in a row. Who have we got here? Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of rugby league math. So we've got the Broncos put 50 on the Chooks. First round, Chooks roll out, do Penrith 38-32 that week. There has been a couple of...
There's been a lot. There's about 6 teams that have scratched.
There's been a couple
Titans. I don't think actually, maybe the Titans have had a bounce back after a 50-pointer.
Let's have a look. Anyway, keep saying what you're going to say.
Well, what kind of pushes me away from this one is the particular left winger who scores literally every single try for them, Alex Johnson. He's playing fullback.
Second one I've found so far, we've had Canberra put 50 on the Eels up in Darwin.
Was that what they won after?
Next week they roll out, beat the Tigers 38-22. Cowboys put 50 on the Titans. I'm not confident in this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, surely not. But Titans, they sneak them in.
Titans got flogged by the Doggies.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, streak's broken. It's all good. We got nothing to worry about.
That doesn't matter. Titans don't count in this situation.
Yeah, every team matters except for the Titans. Right. But I'm going to go Manly 1-12.
Still put 64 zip on the Tigers.
They definitely didn't win the next week.
They definitely didn't win. So we're half and half here. We're fucking at a 50% rate.
Your stats mean fuck all.
My stats are going to determine what team I tip in this game now. There has to be another 50-point game in here. 56-6 over the Dragons. No, all right. Well, that was absolute load of shit that I was going on about then, because the first two kicked off, and we've been no good since. So we're at 2-3. Oh, that's the latest one. See, this is the equaliser. The Dolphins just put 50 on the Rabbits. It's 3-2.
Are you willing to roll the dice?
Bunnies. We're going to double down on the Bunnies 1-12.
I'm going Manly 1-12. I'm going to go Garrick anytime.
I'm going to go Ewan Aiken.
I like it.
Ewan Aiken.
He's in there.
He's not at the Dolphins anymore.
He's not at the Dolphins anymore.
Did you see that post they put up last week? It was like, welcome back, Ewan Aiken or whatever.
What?
They put up this post, and it was the most fucking confusing thing in the world. It was like, or like match up or something. It was like welcome home or something like you and Aiken.
Right. Okay.
I was like, as if this fella's left the Dolphins, gone to the Bunnies, and he's back at the Dolphins, and then it was just like, oh no, it's just like saying, welcome back to playing.
Did other people get confused or just you?
Yeah, it was like all the comments are like, this is so confusing.
That's hilarious. Alrighty, well, that gets us to Bet to Vegas. Fuck, we really need to start putting a few of these together, as there's all of no chance. I'm trying to get it all done in the first game of the round, both my Bet to Vegas and my multi of the week. Bet to Vegas, I believe it is that side of back rowers that just right side back rowers, I believe, to just run a train on the Broncos defense, unfortunately. Jacob Preston at $2.60. I will snap him up. Thank you very much for coming. What have you got, Tom?
I'm just going head to head. Give me the Broncos at $2.56 of money. There's value there. So yeah, give me the Broncos at $2.56 for my Bet to Vegas. Thank you very much, Chris.
Lovely jubbly. Multi of the week again, trying to get it all done in the first game. Broncos attack is all left side, and that's where they're going to be going. So I'm going to go with Karapani anytime and with Ezra Mam. Keeping it simple, little 1-2 punch, $6.50. Actually, pretty juicy if you don't say so myself.
Yeah, can't say I hate that. You're going to hate this.
Here we go.
Guess what team is going on?
Xavier.
Storm, anytime try scorers. What do we got here?
You keep going back to the well and it ain't hitting for you. I think you need to change formula at some point. In saying that, I'm going to personally put a massive multi on the Storm.
Right. We got what's this, a 6-leg multi. Got Canberra head-to-head, Melbourne Storm head-to-head, Paps anytime, Grant Anderson anytime, Tyron Wishart anytime, Melbourne 13+.
I don't hate that at all. What are the odds?
$13.54.
That's pretty good. I might have to almost copy paste that myself because I don't hate that at all. But yeah, that's it for us. We got Origin next week. Fucking Queenslander.
Queenslander.
Catch you guys next week. Bye.